Hello, 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 and welcome to Through the Cake. I'm Benny.
And I'm Manwelly. Good evening to you all.
Yeah, how are we? How are you? How are you, Manwelly?
I'm all right, Benny. How are you?
I'm very good. Yeah, you sound like a robot tonight.
I know.
I am very well.
I got
I'm the one
to
with the UFO stuff today. Me and
relax.
you are the ones talking like a. Oh, we have got a good show for you tonight. Our guest this show is Simon, also known as Outofprintgm on TikTok.
Simon is a free-range Yorkshireman with a passion for tabletop role-play games. I had to be careful how I said that then.
He's got more imaginary taverns in his brain than Wales has actual pubs.
He's a game master, storyteller, and the human equivalent of a Christmas cracker joke.
So let's go over to the other studio and speak to Simon. There he is. Here he is.
Hello.
Welcome,
Hello.
Simon. Welcome. Right, hang on a minute. I do have a question here for you. I've lost it. I've lost myself.
We made this room specially for you as well, Simon. Every guest has their own room, so we hope you like it.
So, Simon, tell us who you are, what you do, and what's shaping your life right now.
Well, professionally, I just work in the security industry as a guard. That's what I do to pay the bills. And what I do for fun is make really stupid jokes on the internet. I have a thing every week called Monday Punday, so that when you're having a bad Monday, you can have a terrible joke that makes your day not seem so bad.
I think that's wonderful. That's what it's about, doesn't it? Putting smiles on people's faces.
Yeah, always. I've been playing tabletop role-play games since I was 11, and I'm currently 56. So I've been doing them for a lot of years, lots of different games and settings and styles. I go to conventions pretty regular and run games professionally there.
So what games are your favorite? What started you off?
Well, I started because I was diagnosed at 10 years old with dyslexia. One of the teachers gave me a book, which is one of these pick your own adventure books.
Oh, yeah.
Right, you know, where you'd say, page 17.
Yeah.
If you do this, go to page 22. If you do that, go to page 54.
Yeah.
He gave me that because he thought that it was more laziness and not interested in the books was the problem, not dyslexia, because it really wasn't as well understood in the 70s and early 80s as it is now.
Yeah. Oh, very much. I'm dyslexic myself. So I get it. Yeah.
With a very large club.
Yeah, we are indeed. So what tempted you to go on to TikTok?
Well, during lockdown, one of my friends, she kept sending me lots and lots and lots of TikTok videos. And there were a lot of hit and miss. Some were funny, some were, I'd seen this sort of joke before. And I just went, well, I'll just jump on it myself. I can just watch them and maybe send her some. And then I just went, I'll just record a joke. I'll just, it's a simple, easy joke.
Yeah.
Put the joke up. Got a few likes, not much engagement. Just carried on, just doing bits here and there. And then I found the RPG community on there. And you know yourself, when you find your little niche on TikTok, things start falling into place. You start interacting with people. I put videos out with, because like I say, 50 odd years old. I've got 40 odd years of experience playing role-play games. I can give advice that people might be struggling with. And I'm happy to advise. But also, I'm happy to learn because I don't know everything.
Yeah.
So do you compete in the as well? Enter competitions?
It's not a competitive style game. It's a cooperative style game.
Yeah.
Right.
Think of it like improv storytelling.
Right.
And the only time the rules sort of come into the game and the dice come into the game is when you can't really decide on the outcome of an action.
Right. Yeah. Our assistant that helps us sometimes, Debbie McGee, plays a Warhammer. So
That's a more competitive because that's like two armies fighting one another.
Yeah, but also Dungeons and Dragons as well. Because I've been invited to a Dungeons and Dragons
Go do
meet.
it. Go do it. Even if you only
Yeah.
do it once, just go do it. Relax, have fun, enjoy the silliness.
So
Yeah,
what do you
and
take? What do you
I'm all for
take?
silliness.
What do you take with it if you go to a convention? I mean, do you take a board game? What do you?
Typically, I take everything I would need to run the game, which is character sheets for it, because every character's got a sheet which has all their abilities on it. And, if they've got magical powers, it's got that on it. If they've got like super skills, it'll have that on it. I'd take plenty of dice. So just in case, because you never know who you're going to get at your table. There could be experienced gamers who'll bring everything they need. You could have somebody who's never played before and just wants to try it out.
Yeah, it's fascinating. I find it fascinating. I don't know anything about it really.
Right. If you want to give it a go, your local gaming shops, there'll be one. Well, I'm not sure whereabouts you live in Wales, but
there's one in
I
Aberdeen.
know
There's
a
one in
friend of mine's
Aberdeen,
opened
yeah.
one up in the market as well in Neath. Yeah.
Just call in, say you're interested. They'll point you towards somebody, or they might run a game night down there where you can go and try. But always be open to try something different and fun.
Oh,
Yeah.
definitely. Yeah,
I like stories
always
anyway,
really.
so I really do like storytelling and story making. So that I might find a little niche there in myself. Because I've seen you offering tips and so forth on TikTok, and do you get a lot of interaction then from the community?
We've got a good niche group that I tend to interact with. It's like anything. You're going to get your clicks. You're going to get people who will agree and people who disagree.
Yeah.
So it's just finding the ones that, you get on with and enjoy the company of. And there's been some games I've run online for people who have met over TikTok. So that can be fun.
Yeah.
It's a little more, I prefer in-person games rather, because they're more personable. Because when I tell you something, I can see your reaction immediately.
Yeah.
When you've got the internet, everybody talks over one another, and it just makes it a little bit more difficult.
It's like they're doing a podcast sometimes.
Yes, I imagine.
So you're bad. No, the gnomes. What's with the gnomes?
So 2 years ago, I decided to start growing my beard out, just because I wanted to a bit different.
Yeah.
One of my family, she's asked me not to mention her by name. I have several sisters, but I'm not saying which one. Looked at me, went, "For F's sake, you look like a life model for a garden gnome." Which I'd had ZZ Top comments, I'd had Santa Claus comments, so that was brilliant because it was original,
Yeah.
And I just went, "I like that," and I mentioned it to another friend. 2 days later, he turned up with a garden gnome. He says, "That's you, that is." And then I put a video on TikTok saying, "Oh, a mate got me this," and put it in the garden. I've been receiving them from persons unknown ever since.
Oh, no way.
The same person? The same person?
I don't know. I know some people have sent them courtesy of others. There's a local place called the Recycle Yard.
Yeah.
When they get them in, they get sent to me, because rather than just
That's brilliant. That's fantastic.
Send them to me, and I'm all for recycling.
Yeah, no, that's a brilliant thing. That is, I love that.
So you got, is it?
Today, as of today, it's up to 160.
Oh my goodness! Oh my, you can start adopting them out to your fans.
Yes, of those gnomes, I have actually bought 3.
That's incredible. That's
a
incredible.
Lemmy gnome, because I'm a massive Motorhead fan, and 2 gnomes from the British Tank Museum.
I was going to ask you what gnomes would you buy. Yeah. You got enough gnomes. You don't need to buy yourself any gnomes.
I don't need to buy them.
No.
I've had them sent from America, from China, from all over.
So are they all anonymous?
They're all anonymous, yes.
So do you name them all?
No. If people want to name them, that's up to them. That could be an idea. Name this gnome. Do that as a single.
Yeah.
You'd have to remember all. You'd have to put it underneath it or something to remember it as well.
Right in sharp.
All 150, yeah. and still growing as well, obviously.
I imagine there'll be some in the post next week.
Well,
So you make a video then for every gnome you receive, do you?
Yeah, I do the videos regular, and I call it a report from the gnome front.
That's
right.
brilliant. No, you know what? I love that, and at least you know what to give people at Christmas.
Yes.
You can renome them.
Oh, I like that.
So many puns, and I knew you and Benny would get on because he's a terrible pun maker. Benny is. I like my puns.
I love a good pun.
Like
I love a good pun as well. I really do love a good pun. Cheesy.
Yeah, it's like Tourette's apparently. So my missus tells me. I can't help myself. I just can't. If I hear it, it comes out. She goes, is there a filter? You know, they're supposed to not say it.
When my dad was still around, unfortunately he's been gone like a few years now, but when he was still around, we'd sit in the living room watching the telly, and my mum would get frustrated because me and him would be firing puns about whatever was on the TV, just constantly, like a back and forth. He's responsible for my humour.
I can relate. Same here.
And I think a lot of that humour stems from him introducing me when I was about 11 years old to the Goon Show.
Oof, the Goon Show.
So,
legend, absolute legend.
Yeah.
I met I was a bit too young for the Goon Show, but I met a lot of people who had huge amount of respect for that show because they created the Monty Python as such, wasn't it? It was the Monty Python, then went on to Spike Milligan is
Oh, hang on. My background is falling over.
Aha, I see a Doctor Who fan.
Oh, yes. Very much.
What about the goodies? They were the type of that was silly humour, wasn't it?
Yeah, but I was like say 80s kids, so goodies, young ones, all that sort of humour was my thing.
It's well, we'll get on like a house on fire when the house stops falling down, because that's the same humor as me. It's and I'm very much a big fan of sort of the Morecambe and Wise sort of silliness. But the goodies were just bizarre. Again,
still to this day, Kitten Kong was a classic.
Yeah, well, I do. They're all on YouTube. And I watch them all from the Goon Show. It's all there. The audios are all on YouTube, and I listen to them regularly. It's great.
Have you seen the RSPB TikTok channel? Have any of you seen it?
Don't think I have.
You should take a look at it. I'm pretty sure Bill Oddie must be running it because it is absolutely bizarre.
Yeah.
You wouldn't think it for the RSPB, but it's so odd, and I'm pretty sure it must be Bill Oddie running it. It doesn't say who's running it. They keep it quiet. But have a look at the few of those videos on there, and you will be like, yeah, there's something zany going on here. And Simon, on to our second question, which is, if you could master any skill instantly, what would it be and why?
Oh, that's one. Any skill. Rally driving.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
That's just something that it's just, I'm not a driver. I've got issues, but I'm not a driver. But I've always seen the rally drivers, and it's just the precision and the timing and the skill, and it's just, you've got to tip your hat to them.
Oh, it's a superpower. What they can do is a superpower. Their timing is immaculate. You know, it's different to Formula One. You know, it's you can map. It's there's trees around the corner. You don't get that in Formula One.
Well, there's plenty of videos online when you've seen rally drivers who've taken the corner slightly wrong.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I used to go and watch them regularly. They used to film local, didn't they, Carl? The REC
Yeah,
rally.
we had every November we had the national rally or something round here, wasn't it?
Yeah,
British
the REC rally it was.
Yeah. So we used to go up the woods and to watch them. It's absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
How the control, the precision, it's outstanding.
My dad was really big on sports. To be honest, if there was a race between two walls drying, my dad would watch it.
Yeah.
He'd watch any sport. He loved his sport, did my dad. I was never big into sport. I did a lot of martial arts when I was younger. But that's about as far as I went.
I believe that you've got a question for us as well.
I do. Right. If you could invite any 4 people, living or past, to sit for a dinner party with you, what 4 people would you pick?
Ooh, Carl, go on. You can go first. Or should we do one each? Should we do one each?
Do one each and then circle round.
Yeah.
How's that sound?
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, it's called Carl.
So
ladies
for,
first.
For me, it would be, first of all, it would be Bob Marley, because I just love Bob Marley, the music, and it's kind of a big part of my life growing up listening to Bob Marley, and I'd like to chat to him.
Okay.
Well, that's similar, because one of my choices would have been Lemmy from
all right.
Because he wasn't a perfect man. He drank, he did drugs, but he was never apologetic about it. He never, he showed that he was human, and he made some damn good music.
Oh, he did. He did.
Yeah, I've never been into Motorhead. He's a Motorhead. Yeah. I've never been into. Well, funny enough, the first album I ever bought, because I used to hang around with a heavy metal head, was Iron Maiden. I loved Iron Maiden.
Brilliant band.
Yeah, the first album I ever bought was Iron Maiden. Out of all things, I don't listen to them now. But...
I couldn't picture that, Carl. I can't picture that.
The first album I ever bought. Well, I got 2 albums. The first 2 albums I ever bought at the same time, because I'd been to see the Flash Gordon film.
Oh yeah,
and I wanted the soundtrack. The soundtrack was by Queen.
And that's going straight into my choice, which would be Freddie Mercury.
Oh, yeah.
That would be there's my first choice as guest. The conversations I'd like to have with that man is
Yeah, it's fantastic, amazing singer.
Taking me through good times and bad times. And seen me through the other end as Queen and Freddie's music on his own as well.
It's amazing how the music you love can just lift you through whatever.
Oh,
music
is so important.
This is really, it's lifted, it's taken me through bad times, good times, everything.
So, Carl, what's your second?
The second is 2 people at the same time.
Oh, that's cheating.
I can't help it, and
we'll allow it this time.
Yeah, thank you, Simon. I have to have these 2 people come together. It's Peter Cook and Dudley Moore.
Oh, right, Derek and Clive.
Clive,
brilliant.
Peter Cook, what a genius of a man. Political satire. He's just so odd and. He's just really clever bloke and funny, and Dudley Moore.
So my number 2 would be Spike Milligan.
Oof.
My favourite comedian, the writer of The Goons, and he was equal. Well, no, I can't say he was equal parts genius writer and insane. He was definitely more insane than he was, and he put himself into asylums a few times when he
did. Yeah.
Another man, like you say, Lemmy wasn't a good man type of thing, especially to his family. But he would have been one of mine. Spike Milligan, the silliness is where my silliness comes from. Spike Milligan.
There's only a handful of comedians who could have gotten away with calling Prince Charles at the time at an award show a grovelling bastard.
Yeah, and he loved him for it. He loved him for it as well. Absolute genius.
Totally. Again, if he hadn't been there, you wouldn't have had so many other. And I'm gonna go for my next one is Norman Wisdom.
Ooh,
Oh,
Norman
yeah.
Wisdom. Every Sunday I used to watch him.
Yeah, when I was a kid, I used to spend weekends at my grand's, and my gran used to love watching the movies on Beeb 2 on a Saturday afternoon.
Yeah,
Just all
Saturday,
the
yeah.
classic movies, and there was some great. George Formby was another of my grand's favourites.
Oh, yes.
Anytime his films were on.
Yeah, same here. That's when I learned. Yeah, that's why I learned to love Norman Wisdom, was watching him with my gran.
Mr. Grimsdale, was it? Mr. Grimsdale. What was the name of the milk thing he worked for? Oh, Mr. Grimsdale's, was it?
Yeah.
It was Grimsdale's milk, yeah. And well, you had him in the fire station as well. But Mr. Grimsdale was always him as a character. Yeah, brilliant.
Yeah,
Excellent.
Yeah.
What's your next one, Carl?
This would be an intellectual one. It would be George Orwell.
Oh, well,
because
that's a good choice.
George Orwell, because 1984 was probably the most influential book I've ever read in my life.
Right.
Okay. So, keeping on an intellectual, the third choice for me would be H.G. Wells.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, the thing about H.G. Wells, when he was writing his, as he called them, scientific romances, which are very dated now when you read them, but they're easy reads. He also wrote a book called Small Wars, which was rules for wargaming, right? But with the little tin soldiers that kids used to collect back then. And it is through that developed into things like Warhammer and to Dungeons and Dragons.
Through H.G. Wells, was it?
Sort of from a similar. There's definitely a thread.
Yeah.
Not a direct line, but it's there. And I would just love to show him that you wrote this, and now there's this multi-million-pound hobby that people play all over the world.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Well, right then, I'm not going for an author, but I'm going to go for an actor, another actor, which would be Richard Burton.
Oh,
yeah. Was he a good actor, Richard Burton?
Oh, yes.
He was very good. In his heyday, he was exceptional.
Right.
Towards his later on in life, because of the way the drink had affected him, he started getting less and less roles.
But in his heyday, dudes, it was just... if it wasn't for Richard Burton, I wouldn't be an actor today. I wouldn't, because it is, and War of the Worlds. I could.
War of the Worlds.
I was about to say his narration on the War.
His narration of that is absolutely amazing. I can listen to. I can narrate it word for word, as he say. I've listened to it so many times.
All of it, War of the Worlds, really. Phil Lynott, Julie Covington, David Essex.
Yeah. Haywood.
Justin Hayward from the Moody Blues. Yeah. Every single one of them. The only thing I never liked really is the red weed, but you know.
My favorite track off that album is "The Spirit of Man."
Yeah.
That's with Julie Covington and Phil Lynott, and it's just absolutely sublime to listen
to.
I sang it. We had a karaoke machine Christmas, and the kids, like grown-up kids, sing something. And I always, when it comes to music now, I've stopped music and I revert back to what I used to know or what I used to play.
Yeah.
And he was like, right, karaoke, Spirit of Man, I sang, and I done the two voices as well with the karaoke.
Excellent.
It's not a karaoke song at all. Like.
No. When it comes to karaoke, I think I tend to go for silly songs like The Firm, Star Trekking.
Oh, right,
across the universe, only going forward because we can't find reverse.
Yeah,
awesome.
Silly that was, isn't it?
You see that way, you stumble over it. It doesn't matter because it's silly and you're having a laugh.
Stop it. Oh yeah, again, yeah. Who's your final guest?
Well, no.
of the question that we're answering.
Did I say? I
did the
1,
guests-
2, 3, 4. It was one was Bob Marley.
Yeah.
Right. We thought you were doing the double as just one count.
Yeah. We said you can't do that. They're your one guests.
Oh,
So
right.
That's getting it out of that's yeah.
But you need 5 chairs now.
That's
all
okay.
right. We got to.
Oh, they can sit on this.
Sit on his lap.
Yeah, he can sit on his lap.
The Dudley Moore's own
The Dudley Moore can sit on Peter Cook's lap.
Yes.
That's I was saying that's cheating. That is getting out of. I'm just saying. Yeah, you got to.
All right, I can't think of anyone else off the top of my head. Or Roger Waters.
Yeah.
Over David Gilmour and Roger Waters, if I had to choose them two, it would be Roger Waters.
My fourth choice will be Sir Terry Pratchett.
Oh, right.
Writer of the Discworld books, because it was Sir Terry Pratchett and Douglas Adams books that got me reading when I was a kid. I didn't really want to read because of my dyslexia, but they made reading really fun. And it was like I say, Douglas Adams' Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Yeah.
And all the Terry Pratchett books, and I have read all of his books. I remember going to an event in London many years ago, and he was on Sunday afternoon. He was doing a live Q&A, and he was talking about there was this wonderful time in his history because he used to work as a press officer for one of the nuclear reactors in England. He was the press officer for it.
Right.
So every time something happened, he had to buy up reports on this, and his sideline was just writing these books. And he said it was that wonderful feeling when you're looking at your bank and you realize your hobby is making you more money than your job.
Wow.
Yeah.
And you can finally say goodbye to the job you don't want to do.
Yeah, be a good choice at the dinner table. He would be definitely.
Yeah.
Benny?
Right. This is my last one, isn't it? I'm going to go back to entertain the world of entertainment, and I'm going to go for Elvis.
Oof. Yeah.
I've made a living off his name, so I think it's only fair, that I have
At least treat him to a meal. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you could write a book, what would that book be about?
That's good because we've both written books.
Yeah.
All right. For me,
go on.
For me, if I was writing a book, it would just be generic advice for role-play gamers. Rather than do it this way, do it that way, it would be more philosophical, getting people to think about why they do what they do.
Yeah, that's a good. Yeah,
so it broadens the thinking a little bit.
Is it like chess then? Is it that's what role-play gaming is like as well? Is thinking of next moves? Is that
no? It's. Have you seen a show called Whose Line Is It Anyway?
Pardon?
Have you watched Whose Line Is It Anyway?
Yeah.
That's more like D&D because it's just people making stuff up within the context of the story.
Right. Yeah, I could do that.
Yes, you could. Yeah.
Because I make stuff up all the time.
It's your life, Cal.
And there are lots of different systems out there besides Dungeons and Dragons for role-play games. Some of them are rules heavier, they're more simulationist. Some of them are a lot more abstract and more open to interpretation. And it's just finding the one that works for you. That's it.
So you would stick with one game then? Is that how people would do
it? I change the systems all the time. I'd have gotten bored of the same system by now otherwise.
Right.
So I like a variety. So I've got games where I've got one game called Spirit of 77, which is made to simulate 1970s B movies and TV shows.
That sounds absolutely amazing.
Well, if you want, I could run you the game sometime.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to sort something out.
Yeah, so what does run a game mean? What does that mean?
It means I'd be the director, the game master, the person with the final say, and you guys would be in the story that I've written up, and your characters would have the agency to choose what they want to do.
And we could do that online.
Yeah, we can do that online.
Yeah. As an episode of
grab a couple more people, and we'll sort something out.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it helped me understand it more then, because you're explaining it, and I'm still a little.
Yeah, Debbie McGee would be up for that. I know for definite.
I listen to a lot of podcasts and audiobooks.
Yeah,
Right.
I work long shifts when I'm walking around for a lot, so I've got a bone conduction earphones, and just having someone talking. It's a little bit of company when I'm on my own.
yeah.
Do a bit of learning. There's a guy called Dan Carling. He has a podcast called Hardcore History.
Oh, right, yeah, yes.
And it's really, really good. He only does maybe like 3 or 4 episodes a year if you're lucky.
All
But they're
right.
about 4 hours long, and they're really heavily researched. And he takes the most neutral position he possibly can when he's doing it.
Brilliant. Yeah, you'd have to. Yeah, don't bring your thoughts to the table. Just say it as they are. Like, yeah. I've heard of Dan Carlin. I've never watched any. Have you watched Cunt Gone Britain?
I have seen Philomena Kuntz.
What do you think?
It's okay to start with, but the joke sort of seems to be the same sort of joke.
Yeah.
Every single episode, which it's like one of those things. It's great in small doses, but I couldn't sit down and binge watch it.
No.
I thought it was very refreshing in the beginning to watch, and then
it was, but then, as you said, it's that repetition then of the same kind of thing, which I kind of like.
Same joke.
That's what makes it. Yeah, it's the same joke.
Yeah,
I'm saying the same joke 100 times. Yeah, but at the beginning that was funny. But there's like her mum lives in Aberdeen.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, her mum lives in Aberdeen. She's from Aberdeen, her mother is, and she moved away. Now she's moved back, and she comes to Aberdeen often to go to the Morgan's chip shop to get chips.
Wow. Is it? Isn't she with Black Mirror guy?
I'm not sure.
She's with one of those.
No, I thought the guy who wrote Black Mirror was Connie Hook.
Oh yes, sorry. Yeah, you are right.
Yeah.
So Philomena is associated with them lot. Julia Davis.
She's been in a lot of stuff he's written, I think.
Right.
And I think he writes some of the Philomena Kuntz scripts. I think Philomena Kuntz worked better when the experts that she was talking to went in on the joke.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't on it. Yeah, and they play.
But now they know they're playing the game, and you can tell.
What's the worst job you've ever had?
Oh, that's easy. I spent 5 years. When I was 21, I started working in an abattoir, and I worked in there for 5 years. It's the only good thing was on a Friday we used to get a £6 joint of beef, which used to go home to my mum.
That must have taken a lot of guts.
Oh God!
But that's the job I did. I worked in what was called the gut room, where we dealt with everything from the stomach down.
Smelled in there then.
Wow!
And it was a job. When I left that job to go work somewhere else, it was. The attitude of the people who worked there wasn't what I would call now. It's what you would call now a toxic work environment. The people there that were constantly at each other because it was all blokes together. And it's like when you get some blokes together, they're just trying to one up each other.
Yeah.
And they just turned into a-holes. And unfortunately, because I was working there, I started turning a bit like that as well.
Yeah.
Well, you put a bad apple next to a good apple and you'll turn it wrong.
Yeah, if you hang around with what they say, if you hang around with 4 assholes, you'll end up being the 5th. That's what they say. But my very first job was in an abattoir when I was 8 years old. Which is
what were you doing at 8 years old in an abattoir?
Sweeping the floors on a Saturday and Sunday.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Yeah, my very first job, there was an abattoir just down the road from us. We needed money. So we'd go around. I always had jobs since I was like 8, 9, 10. I had little side jobs for the school holidays and for the weekends. So we just knock on doors, say, do you want us to burn rubbish or do you want us to clean up? And the abattoir then, he said, yeah. So my first job was 8 years old, sweeping in an abattoir.
Well. I've never worked in an abattoir.
To be honest with you, that's not a bad thing for somebody at that age to do, to go out and find work.
We worked in a sausage factory then, and the first time I got sacked.
You tell your porkies.
I tell you, Paul, first time I got sacked, I was 9 years old because we were working in a paper factory, just in the skips, tamping paper down, and I pretended I was 10 years old. And one of the other boys grasped me up. He said, "No, he's 9 years old, and he'd only employ 10-year-olds." And I went,
Wow.
I'm disgusted that you were 9. Get out of here.
When I left the slaughterhouse, I went to work at a Yorkshire pudding factory.
As you were the Yorkshireman.
Yep. And I worked in the frozen food area, and literally for an 8-hour shift, I had 2 half-hour breaks. So for 7 hours a day, I would stand on a production line, and with this hand I'd pick up 3 frozen Yorkshire puddings, and with this hand 3, and put them on the rail below, and that is it. That was all my job was. My favourite job I've had so far. When I was 18 to when I was 21, I worked part-time for a company called Showsec International, and we used to do the big outdoor concerts. We did security for them.
All right.
And
I know.
because I was pretty small in stature, they never put me in the front row in the pit. They used to put me on the mixer, and I was basically there just to keep an eye on the crowd and make sure if anything happened, we could get coordination and get people out when they needed. So it's a pretty simple job. But the thing is, I was getting free concerts every night.
Wow.
Yeah.
You know, I worked the entire Michael Jackson bad tour of the UK.
Wow.
Every single gig.
Wow.
Say what you like about him as an individual, but on stage, he was a showman.
Yeah,
Totally. I love him. He's coming with Elvis to my dinner party. If he could have Dudley Moore, if Michael Jackson's coming, yeah.
Yeah, get an extended table, it'll be fine.
Yeah.
So how long did you do that job for, Simon?
For about 3-4 years.
Wow.
And then the company decided that they were going to recruit people more locally for different shows, rather than just ship us down from like Yorkshire to gigs down in like Milton Keynes.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
the work started drying up a little. So I basically then got the job at the slaughterhouse.
Right.
But where I'm working now, it's a really good site. I've been there 21 years. Well, coming up to 21 years, doing security for them. It's a private school. It's a private school, and it's absolutely spot on.
So, do the kids know in the school about your fame?
Don't know if the kids do, but I know some of the office staff do.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, because I went in to pick some stuff up from the office about a year ago, and somebody was smiling, and I just went, "Morning," and she went, "How's the gnomes?" I went, "Aha!" Right,
she spotted him.
I can't complain because I've put it out there.
Yeah. I was going to say, what I believe you have a joke for us before we leave the show tonight.
I do.
What is the joke?
Right. This young lad, 16, 17 years old, in a medieval town, he's looking for work. He goes to the local blacksmith, and the local blacksmith's there. He's hammering his iron, and he stops and looks at the kid and says, "You want work, lad?" He went, "Yes, sir." He says, "You ever shoot a horse?" And he went, "No, but I told a donkey to fuck off once."
Oh, hang on a minute. That deserves. Hang on a minute. That deserves.
How about you, Darby Ford?